Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we will present about theory communication, Quranic verses, social judgment theory.
The social judgment theory by Sharif and Hoffner 1961 is a theory that describes how individuals change their position after being confronted with another position. The basic idea of this theory is that a change of a person's attitude depends on the position of the persuasive message that is being received. If the advocated position is close to the initial position of the receiver, it is assumed that this position falls within the latitude of acceptance of the receiver. As a result, the receiver is likely to shift in the direction of the advocated position, assimilation. If the advocated position is distant to the initial position of the receiver, it is assumed that this position falls within the latitude of rejection of the receiver. As a result, the receiver is likely to shift away from the advocated position. Contrast. Advocated position. Contrast. If the advocated position falls outside the border of the latitude of acceptance, but is noted that outside the border of the latitude of acceptance, but is not that the instance that is closest the border of the latitude of rejectance, it will fall within the latitude of non-commitment, and the receiver will not shift its initial positions. And the social judgment theory also contains ego involvement theory that person not accept and no reject. Types of social judgment theory. First, latitude of acceptance. The range of ideas that a person sees as reasonable or worthy of consideration. Next, latitude of rejection. The range of ideas that a person sees as unreasonable or objectionable. Third, latitude of non-commitment. The range of ideas that a person sees as neither acceptable nor objectionable. Next, ego involvement. The importance of centrality of an issue to a person's life, often demonstrated by membership in a group with a known stand.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. قولوا آمنا بالله وما أنزل إلينا وما أنزل إبراهيم وإسماعيل وإسحاق ويعقوب والأسباط وما أوتي موسى وعيسى وما أوتي النبيون من ربهم لا نفرق بين أحد منهم ونحن له مسلمون.
Latitude.
Based on this Quranic verse, it was stated that Muslims believe to Allah and anything that delivered to all messengers. Muslims not differentiate between one another messengers and obey to all commandments of Allah from Allah. And Allah asserts that the guided one is a believer, like the faith of Muslim is believers to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and all the messengers by him. This Quranic verse is related to latitude of acceptance, which is someone's action to accept something with reasonable and worthy consideration. This theory also means that someone willingly to accept something with their own thought that can give benefit to their life. Surah Al-Baqarah ayat 170. وإذا قيل لهم اتبعوا ما أنزل الله قالوا بل نتبع ما ألفينا عليه آباءنا أولو كان آباؤهم لا يعقلون شيئا ولا يهتدون. And when it is said to them, follow what Allah revealed, they said, rather we will follow that which we found our fathers doing, even though their fathers understood nothing, nor were they guided. This Quranic verse explain about some of people who do not follow what is revealed to Allah and His Messenger. They believe and follow only the ways of their fathers. This shows that they fix their heart to reject the order and commandments from Allah. In these Quranic verses, there is a theory of rejection, which is all ideas and opinions which an individual finds objectionable, which is unacceptable. The greater the rejection attitude, the more involved the individual is in the issue, and those will be harder to persuade. اتخذوا أيمانهم جنة فصدوا عن سبيل الله إنهم ساء ما كانوا يعملون سورة المنافقون آية 2. They have taken their oaths as a cover, so they averted people from the way of Allah. Indeed, it was evil that they were doing. This Quranic verse was stated by hypocrites people are easily prevent other people in the way to Allah because they show their faith and conceal their disbelief. They deliberately swear falsely to protect themselves and mislead others from the way to Allah and religion. There is nothing worse than preventing others from getting direction, which is hidayah. This Quranic verse was content latitude of non-commitment, which is positions that disagree moderately with the person's own attitude but are not so discrepant that he or she actually rejects them. Surah Al-Baqarah ayat 120 وَلَنْ تَرْضَى عَنْكَ الْيَهُودُ وَلَا النَّصَارَى حَتَّى تَتَّبِعَ مِلَّتَهُمْ قُلْ إِنَّ هُدَى اللَّهِ هُوَ الْهُدَى وَلَئِنِ اتَّبَعْتَ أَهْوَاءَهُمْ بَعْدَ الَّذِي جَاءَكَ مِنَ الْعِلْمِ مَا لَكَ مِنَ اللَّهِ مِنْ وَلِيٍّ وَلَا نَصِيرٍ. And never will the Jews or the Christian approve of you until you follow their religion. Say, indeed, the guidance of Allah is the only guidance. If you were to follow their desires after what has come to you of knowledge, you will have against Allah no protector or help. That Jews and Christians will not follow the Prophet's teaching until the Prophet follow their religion. It is not possible the Prophet to follow both of them, which is really contradict with Islamic religion. This shows that when individual is highly ego involved, she or he believe that the issue is important. The person to typically holds an intent position because the topic is one that has personal significance to the individual. It is considered to be central to their sense of self. Hence, she or he is ego involvement. The conclusion. The main purpose of the theory is to discover which messages will have profoundly persuasive effect on a particular receiver or receivers. Every message an individual receives, regardless of whether it is verbal or nonverbal, falls into one of three latitudes: the latitude of acceptance, latitude of rejection, and the latitude of non-commitment. The anchoring point is used to represent the position that most closely represents one's points of view or perception, also known as ego involvement. Ego involvement is referring to someone's direct involvement with an issue. Thus, a person is said to be ego involved when the issue has the personal significance to the individual. Once ego involvement and three latitudes have been identified, a cognitive map can be created and used to coin up a persuasive message. That's all from me. Thank you.